All right, guys, you've asked and I'll deliver. I still own this stock. Biotech's been taking a beating. AQST, this is not financial advice. Definitely not. I'm not even going to really look at the stock that much. What I am going to look at is like the science behind it and my rationale for why I think AQST is worth a long-term hold. I got into this stock because of Libervant, but I also got into it because of the film technology that they have. So all their platform is really based on the drug delivery of it. It's through the mouth, to sublingual, buccally. I got into it because of Libervant, as you can see here, for epilepsy, which there's a little holdup, which probably caused this stock to go down along with everything else in the sector. But I just kept it. I was tempted. I'm probably averaged in the high fours. I was tempted to get out of it 80 cents, 90 cents around October of last year, but I decided not to because, I mean, if I already lost this much, why not keep it? And I'm glad I didn't sell because it's almost tripled since then. And the good news seems to be rolling in. They increased a whole bunch of cash that they have. They have big investors now. So somebody in May put in call options on an abnormally large number of stock options for November of 2023, which they will expire, and they're predicting around $7 is what the strike price is. There's people that know what's going on. The company just had first quarter earnings and blew it out of the water as far as the good news and the financial issues that they covered, and strong year-over-year revenue and EBITDA, and because of their commercial collaboration. So they already have, like, this is a early stage biotech that has commercial collaborations already and already has revenue. Like, they've had year-over-year EBITDA growth, which is very rare for a small early stage biotech company. But what really's got people excited is the epinephrine sublingual film. They just presented recently. I believe this was in February of this year. If you could look, I work in clinical research. So the mean time, okay, during most allergic reactions, that first 20 minutes is the most important because it takes, on average in the United States, 90% of people get to emergency services within 20 minutes of an allergic reaction. So right now, EpiPen is the standard. I have a family member who has peanut allergies. She carries EpiPen with her. Well, now AQST wants to do it sublingually. Here you have the mean epinephrine concentration over time by treatment. So this is super important. And also this chart here. So Tmax, it is almost 2 times, maybe over 2 times faster to achieve Cmax, which is the maximum concentration of epinephrine in the blood, from the EpiPen. So that's number one. Number two, it's just obviously more convenient to put a little film in your mouth. It's like those Listerine strips. Put it in your mouth. And then within, this is the important part to me, these two, the change in baseline of systolic and diastolic blood pressure. If you look at these lines, the blue line is AQST, and the red line with the box is the EpiPen, and then the IM manual, which is just, no one uses that anymore anyways. Everyone uses EpiPen. If you look within 6 minutes, you've got a 20-point increase in systolic, and in 6 minutes, a 15-point increase in diastolic blood pressure, which is super important because during an anaphylaxis shock, blood pressure drops, heart rate drops, and the heart rate here is comparable to the EpiPen. So not just the convenience, but it gets the blood pressure up significantly more points, like double. The EpiPen gets it to 10 points of systolic within 12 minutes, and then the diastolic, like 5. This does 15 within 6 minutes of diastolic and 20 within 6 minutes. So as far as that's the PK and PD study. It's only been done on healthy volunteers, and this is what's interesting about this. There's other people out there. So there's Demotu Cordis. I believe they're like a French company or something. They're collaborating with an Australian company. They've done a phase 1 study on inhalation delivery of epinephrine for inhaled anaphylaxis treatment. Same thing with this other company, Neffy. It's produced by this company called ARS Pharma, and ARS Pharma, they're also in phase one. They had a phase one, so they got the NDA that was approved, but they're having some issues with their stock. There's an investigation into ARS, which is AQST's competitor. ARS issued a press release announcing that the US FDA posted briefing documents to review the NDA for Neffy. The FDA briefing documents express concerns, stating that establishing efficacy based on PK/PD similarity to approved epinephrine, this is the chart we just went through with AQST, is challenging due to the paucity and variability of PK/PD data for epinephrine injection and uncertainties in translating PK/PD results of a topically administered drug from healthy subjects to patients with anaphylaxis where nasal mucosal changes may impact absorption. And the stock price fell, but there's an investigation that the insiders knew about this beforehand. It's happening right now as I'm recording this. AQST, on the other hand, the FDA conditionally accepted the name Anafilm, so they've already completed their phase one study with these excellent results that they showcased at several different conferences. Anybody that wants to see these posters, I'll put links underneath. So I've been holding. I'm gonna keep holding this stock. I think it is worth keeping, even for the Libervant. That patent protection expires in February 2027. They're still making money. Like, there's analysts now, there's renewed optimism about this stock again. And if you get into the anaphylaxis and you get into even some of the other things, so they've got alternative indications for its AQST 108, same thing with epinephrine, but the AQST 109 is for anaphylaxis. This is for alternative indications. I'm guessing respiratory issues and things like that. If you look at competitors and what they've done on clinicaltrials.gov, I've actually looked at previous studies. There's one, omalizumab, for idiopathic anaphylaxis, that did a double-blind placebo-controlled. The FDA has demonstrated that they will accept registry studies for this, and these are all on the pro drug trend that all the biotechs are jumping on. Here's another study: inhaled epinephrine and IM epinephrine in healthy adults. This is what AQST just did. But when you get into the patients with the actual conditions, idiopathic anaphylaxis, here was a study with only 16 participants. This was in 2009. It lasted until 2019, but the benefit is you have less patients that you need. The FDA has already told ARS that they only need a few registry studies, 3 registry studies. This was before all the chaos with ARS. So hopefully this gives you renewed confidence. I never sold. I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to. Biotechs took a huge hit last year and early this year, but it looks like the good ones are starting to break through and separate themselves. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Not financial advice. Bye bye.